Acne, and 3 years ago, I experienced the greatest joy I have ever experienced in my life, besides getting saved and getting married. I gave birth to my first child, my daughter, Mackenzie. She is 3, and then 2 years later, almost, we were blessed with our second daughter, Madison, and they are absolutely wonderful. Mackenzie and Madison were both 9 and 10 pounds at birth, full term, completely perfect and healthy, and I'm so thankful for that. A big part of that contributed to the fact that I made sure that I took care of myself when I was pregnant. I went to all of my doctor's appointments. I listened to what my doctor told me I should do. And my mom also had 8 kids, and I was the middle of that plan. And she always made sure that I was having enough milk, because she said having all that calcium is so important when you're pregnant with a baby because their bones are developing. When you're pregnant, that is the one time you have to make sure that that baby forms and develops healthy and correctly, because once they're born, you know, they're already formed. They're not going to develop any more than they've already developed besides growth. Smoking cigarettes is the #1 cause of adverse outcomes for babies. About 2 years ago, my brother Ryan and his girlfriend Ashley were expecting their first child, and I got the dreaded call that no one ever wants to get about a family member who is pregnant. Ashley had preeclampsia, and that is a condition you can get when you're pregnant where you have high blood pressure, and having such high blood pressure like she had, it can cause seizures for the mother, which can cause death for her and death for the baby. She was in the hospital, and they were trying everything they could by giving her medications to lower her blood pressure, but it got to the point where they had to deliver the baby by C-section, and my niece Elizabeth was born at 29 weeks, 2 pounds, 13 ounces. That is very small for a baby, and way too early. They had her on life support. She struggled. She really struggled. Babies should be born completely healthy, breathing on their own, developing. You should be able to go home in 2 days. I know that Ashley did not take her prenatal vitamins. She smoked. She ate a lot of fast food and a lot of junk food while she was pregnant, and that definitely was the reason why Elizabeth was born premature and so underdeveloped. It is so important that we know how vital taking care of yourself is when you're pregnant. Prenatal vitamins are important because they give us enough calcium, they give us enough iron and enough folic acid while you're pregnant that the baby needs. Pregnant women need more vitamins and minerals than non-pregnant women. Also, calcium is important because the baby's skeleton, the baby's whole bone structure and tissues are developing. Researchers have also found that prenatal vitamins decrease a child's risk of autism and autism spectrum disorders by 40%. That's huge. That's almost 50%. My friend Crystal had a son named Cameron, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and she asked if I would watch him while she worked, and I said, of course. And he came, and she told me that she had a calcium deficiency while she was pregnant, so his teeth were literally a stub of bone under his gum. They were black. It was brown. It was very sad. I would brush his teeth during the day like the rest of the kids, and he would just kind of cringe in pain. And while he would eat snacks and meals, he would, you know, kind of chew on the side. He just wouldn't chew normally. It looked really uncomfortable for him. So it's so important that we make sure that we're taking those prenatal vitamins and drinking enough milk and calcium for our babies. I think a way that we can change this is by making sure that we are living healthy lifestyles so the people around us, the children we raise, they think of that as normal, and they're learning healthy habits, so that when they grow up and they get married and they have children of their own, it will be a natural thing to live healthy lifestyles and to take vitamins and do what they need to have healthy babies, because they are bringing in the next generation. So I think by doing this, we are going to help bring up a healthy generation who is going to then bring another healthy generation by living healthy lifestyles. I think it's good to have a support system as well while you're pregnant, and the Nation Women's Health Information Center is a government agency that has a website, and it's got a 1-800 number to call for support for depression and pregnancy. The number is 1-800-994-9600. And I think that's a great resource to have some support there. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great evening.